Hi Virgo, welcome or welcome back to the channel. This is another Virgo channel and this is another Virgo reading. Let's get started with a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Alright, before we begin, I do not offer any services. I will never reach out to you to ask for money or to ask you for a reading. I don't have a WhatsApp number, none of that. If anyone is doing that, they are impersonating me, trying to scam you out of money. Please report and block them. This reading will not resonate with everyone who decides to click on it. Please only take what resonates into your story and leave the rest for somebody else. I will be turning off the comments on this video because I was instructed to. Alright, I'm also going to be taking a social media break after I film this video, so you'll see me when you see me sometime next week. I love you all. Thank you for your likes, for your donations, for your love. Let's get into it. Your first message is speak your truth, even if they don't want to hear it. Overall, the general message here is speak your truth. Period. It doesn't matter if they don't want to hear it. Doesn't matter if they don't like it. Doesn't matter how they react. Speak your truth. Also, speak your truth even if your voice shakes. Even if you can't find the right words to say, even if it makes you a little emotional, even if it scares you. Speak your truth because it's your truth. And I saw 111 as well. It's going to make a difference. It's going to make an impact. Some of you don't know how powerful you are. Speak your truth. You're going to make an impact. You're going to change lives. You're going to help people to heal. You're going to help people to feel. And for me, feeling is healing. It always has been. When I feel and release and let go, I always feel better. I heard someone the other day give a metaphor in regards to feeling your feelings. And it's a little different, but I'll give it to you. It has something to do with like constipation. And if you think about how we have to, I'm just going to be real with you, we have to take a shit every day, right? Maybe not every day, but we have to take a shit to get the food out, right? Otherwise, we become constipated and there's a lot of blockages and things like that. So if you think about it in terms of emotions, we have to release the emotions to let go of them. Otherwise, they just keep building up and piling up. Now, this reading may not be for you, Virgo. This reading may be for somebody connected to you, or it may be for a collective of people around you. Like I said, take what resonates into your story and leave the rest for somebody else. But speak your truth. Healing is feeling, feeling is healing. I'm also going to pull a shadow work card, or a couple. I haven't done this in a minute, but what I'm getting is that people don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear the glossed up version. They want to hear the candy-coated, sugar-coated, rainbows and butterflies, everything's so magical, everything's so delicious messages. And sometimes those messages have their place, right? I believe that everything has a place and a time, and sometimes those messages are good and sometimes those messages resonate, but sometimes we have to do the real work. Sometimes we have to heal, sometimes we have to integrate, sometimes we have to activate, sometimes we have to talk to ourselves and we have to let our truth out. So some of you have been doing your shadow work, or you're going to be initiated into your shadow work. Some of you were initiated into spirituality through your darkness, through your shadow side. And some of you were initiated through your higher self, through your light side. It's different for all of you. But I'm going to pull a shadow work message here to see what your ego is asking from you, to see what your ego wants to say. I filmed a bunch of TikTok readings today, and I know that people did not like what I had to say because it got very spiritual, and we ended up talking about delusions and this whole like trend of being delusional, to the point that like it's been affecting me for years now, because delusion does not mean what people think it means. And then if you try to explain it to them, they're like, let me live my life, let me live in my delusions, and that's fine. Go for it, but you're not actually delusional. I'm going to read you the definition for delusional. And I mean no bad blood, and you're allowed to believe whatever you want to believe. I just take what resonates with me, and delusional will never resonate with me. You can still use affirmations. You can still be like, I'm the luckiest person alive, everything is always working out for me, and not be delusional. The two are not synonymous. Delusional is an adjective, and it means that something is characterized by or holding false beliefs or judgments about external reality that are held despite irrefutable evidence to the contrary, typically as a symptom of a mental condition. I also wrote down that people are hospitalized for schizophrenia and delusional paranoia. This is why I try to tell people not to be delusional, to be intentional, and to come from your higher self. The ego just wants to be heard. The ego just wants to be seen. The ego just wants to be valued. If you check in with yourself and you ask your ego, what do you need? It's likely that you'll find the answer. The issue that I'm running into with a lot of people in the collective is that they're running from their problems and they're wanting something that's like a cure-all or a quick fix or some kind of message that just like tells them what they want to hear, but then it creates even more of that same cycle. Then we're just going to be back again the next day trying to tell you the same thing. You see how nothing ever gets solved and we just start running on a hamster wheel? And now I know, Virgo, you already know this. For a lot of you already know this, but that's the definition for delusional. And I just had to talk about it today because it was heavy on my mind and heavy on my heart, and God was like, if you want to talk about this delusional thing again, go ahead. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm perfect. But delusional is based on something that is false. It's based on something that does not have any sturdy ground. There is no plan B for these delusions. I watch people who preach this delusional energy, this delusional mindset, and they have nothing to fall back on. They're just running, chasing something. And then they'll also say, I don't chase, I attract, but you're chasing the delusion by creating the delusion in the first place. The only reason I'm bringing this up is because I care, right? I only do what I do because I care, and I want us all to live the life that we're meant to live, and I want us all to have what we truly wish and desire. Whether that be love, success, fame, money, a partner, friendship, a family, a home, a farm, whatever it is, I want us all to have it because what's meant for us is meant for us, right? I don't know, just something that I need to talk about today. But I want to call upon the ego, call upon the shadow, and see what messages need to come out. Yeah. The Sun card here, the Seven of Cups, and the High Priestess, the Three of Cups, the King of Wands. There's a lot, and then there's the King of Cups, and this is what I'm saying. It ends up becoming a lot, and then it just all comes up at once. The fear, the pain, the sadness, the feelings, all of it comes up at once, and then you start to feel like you're worthless, or you start to feel like you're not good enough, or you feel like you're undeserving, and it's only because you haven't been listening to yourself and healing yourself. So the Sun card here is Leo energy, and what I'm getting from that is that the ego doesn't feel heard, the ego doesn't feel seen. The Sun also rules the first house, which is all about identity, self, right? The ego is saying, I'm a part of you. The ego doesn't want you to forget that I am a part of you. The ego says, I care about you. I'm hearing that. I care about you. I care about me. We are connected. We are one. We are not separate. That's the thing. People try to distance themselves from the ego, and there is no distance because it's one, right? I hope that makes sense. I'm also seeing the Seven of Cups, the High Priestess, the King of Cups, the Three of Cups, the King of Wands. The ego wants to reconnect with you, is what I'm getting. The ego doesn't want you to be confused anymore. Your ego doesn't want you to live in confusion, to live in fear, to live in doubt, because that's not real. That's an illusion. You know the truth. It's all within you. Information, the key, the love, the abundance, it's all within you. Your ego is saying that. It's all within me. Stop looking outside of us for validation. Stop looking outside for the answers. The High Priestess to me means that you know what you need to know. You know the information, or you have access to the information. I talked about this earlier today too, about how we are all one with God, about how we are all created by Source. We are an extension from Source. So we all have access to the same information. And your ego is saying that. You don't need someone else to come in here and tell you the truth. You don't need someone else to come in here and validate you. You don't need someone else to come in and make it better for you. I'm hearing, I can do that for you. Your ego wants to have a place, is what I'm getting. Your ego wants to reconnect. Your ego wants to have fun with you, to be your best friend again. The Three of Cups talks about reconciling, but you see how in this card they're like having fun. So that's what I'm getting. Your ego wants to have fun. Stop worrying so much about what they're going to say, about what they're going to think, about what they're going to do. Stop worrying so much about the future. Stop worrying so much about what happened in the past. Live in the present. Have fun. Dance a little bit. Shake your tail feathers. Sing. Whatever it is for you. But your ego says, I want to be your best friend. Your ego says, I know the real you. I know that you're compassionate. I know that you're that you're kind. I know that you're loving. I know that you're creative. I know that you have a lot to offer this world. I know that you're going to make a huge, lasting impact. But don't forget about me, because none of this can happen without me. Your ego needs you to remember that. And remember, the ego can be a little bit sour, right? But I love the ego. The ego loves us. The ego loves you. And then we're seeing the King of Wands as well. Some of you, your ego is asking you to put down the pride, to stop being stubborn. I'm also getting ancient Egypt and Anubis connections here for some reason. And I'm getting something about how Anubis weighs the heart. I don't know how that resonates to this situation, but your ego is asking you to put down the pride, to play a little bit, to have fun, to take a break, to rest, to be your own best friend, and to stop looking outside of yourself for everything that it is that you seek, because everything that you seek is already within. Okay? So that's the message for the shadow self. Some of you are going to need to like journal on this, go for walks, do meditation, whatever it is for you. Cry, take a nice shower, take a nice bath, take a break from the internet, whatever you need to do for you. Your shadow and your ego is always going to be there for you because it's a part of you. It's never going to leave you. That's why I tell people that you can't run away from it, because it's always going to follow you. You can run, but you can't hide, was a message I got today too. And I know a lot of people are hearing me. I know that I am very loud today, but again, it's because I care. It's because I want you to heal. I want us to heal. I want us to raise the vibration of this earth. I want us to live a long, lasting, fulfilling, happy life with no worries, with no doubts, with no concerns, with no fears. 1111. I want us to be in alignment with our higher selves. Because when we're in alignment with our higher selves, there's nothing that can stop us. Because what's meant for us will never miss us. And whatever passes you by was never meant for you in the first place. Okay, Virgo? All right. Feel free to share these messages with your friends. Feel free to share these messages with your collective. These are all just things that are like weighing on me today, and I need to get them out. So I hope that they're finding the people that they need to find, and I hope that they're resonating the way they need to resonate. The Ace of Swords, Spirit says you don't even need to worry about it because you're already speaking the truth. And sometimes this truth is going to bring down some towers. The truth is going to shake some shit up, right? There's this quote that I always get. The truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off. It's shocking. The truth is shocking. And sometimes it's not what you want to hear. But you have to tell it anyway. You have to live in it anyway. You have to speak on it anyway. And that's the message here. Speak your truth, even if they don't want to hear it. Even if they don't agree with it. Even if they don't like it. I get it. It's not always rainbows and butterflies, but the butterflies are a sign of transformation. The truth will transform you. The truth will transform them. Okay. I honestly kind of just want to wrap this reading up, Virgo, because I don't know that there's much I really need to speak on here today. I think you get the point, and I feel like that's the energy, is like, tell your truth, get to the point, and go. Turn off the comments if you need to. Don't look back after you speak your truth, right? There's going to be a lot of needy people. There's going to be a lot of people who are like, help me, help me, help me, do it for me, do it for me. What's the answer? What's this? And you can help them if you want to, but I feel like they're just trying to drain you of your energy. Some of you Virgos, you're just a messenger. I am just a messenger. I'm connected to Mercury. We're connected to Mercury. Hermes. I'm a messenger. I am not a teacher. Some people look at me as a guide. I just look at myself as a messenger. I channel messages, I deliver them. That is my purpose. Like it or not, that is what I do. Something led you here to me today, right? And I'm getting that some people are going to be led to you in the same way because of you speaking your truth, because of you living out in your authenticity, and that is all that God wants you to do. To live in your authenticity. To live out your authentic truth. That's all you're being asked to do. That's the only reason you came down here to this earth, is to live out your authentic truth, to fulfill your soul's mission. The rest is fluff. The rest is added energy. The rest is extra, right? Sometimes it's a distraction. Sometimes it's an illusion. Sometimes it's just a little extra benefit to your life that you have currently, right? It depends. But that's just what I'm getting. So hopefully, again, this message helped you, found you when you needed it. I'm sending you love always. Take care of yourself, stay hydrated, and know that you are powerful. The Death card here represents transformation. This is the shadow self. This is what I'm getting. You're integrating the shadow self. You're shedding that ego. You're healing a past version of yourself, and that is the truth. So speak your truth, no matter what. Okay, Virgo? I hope that this helped you again. Sending you love always. Take care of your beautiful self. Stay hydrated, and I will catch you in the next one.